The Senate will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, please call the roll.
Senators Bridges, Bridges.
Absent.
Cook. Quorum.
Excused.
Court. Crowder. Danielson.
Excused.
Donovan. Finberg. Fields. Foote. Gardner. Janal. Gonzalez. Hill. Hill. Heisey. Holbert. Lee. Lundeen. Marble. Moreno. Pedersen. Priola. Rankin. Rankin.
Absent.
Rodriguez. Scott. Smallwood. Sonnenberg.
Excused.
Story. Tate. Todd. Williams. Winter. Woodward. Zinzinger. Mr. President.
Here, with 30 present, 2 absent, 3 excused, we have a quorum. Senator Heisey, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. President. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Adoption of the Journal. Senator Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the Journal for Wednesday, January 30th be dispensed with and that the Journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Mr. Carpenter, would you please add Senator Rankin, Senator Sonnenberg, Senator Bridges, and Senator Quorum to the roll call, please? Committee reports.
January 30th, 2019, Community State Veterans and Military Affairs African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 56 be postponed indefinitely. January 30th, 2019, Community State Veterans and Military Affairs African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 68 be referred to committee to hold a favorable recommendation. January 30th, 2019, Community State Veterans and Military Affairs African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 84 be postponed indefinitely. January 30th, 2019, Community Education, African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 57 be amended as follows as so amended, be referred to committee to hold a favorable recommendation. January 30th, 2019, Community Education, African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 69 be referred to committee to hold a favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar. January 30th, 2019, Community Education, African Service and Mayor's Committee orders following. Senate Bill 94 be referred to favorably committee on appropriations.
Senate Services.
Correctly read and gross, Senate Bill 9.
Introduction of resolutions.
Senate Joint Resolution 4 by Senators Sonnenberg and Fields concerning the designation of February 4th as Missing Persons Day in Colorado.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate Joint Resolution 4 lay over to Monday, February 4th, 2019.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, resolution will be laid over until Monday, February 4th. Third reading of bills. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title to Senate Bill 025.
Senate Bill 25 by Senator Smallwood and Representative Putin concerning providing information to public school students regarding laws that provide for the safe abandonment of newborn children.
Members, we are on third readings. Senator Smallwood.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 25 on third reading. Ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 25? Mr. Carpenter, please add Senator Danielson to the roll call. Seeing no further discussion on Senate Bill 25, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 25. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 0 excused, Senate Bill 25 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Marble, Crowder, Heisey, Bridges, Story, Todd, Lee, Cook, Minority Leader, Lundin, Sonnenberg, Fields, Gonzalez, Janal, Zenzinger, Pedersen, Moreno, Priola, Woodward, Gardner, Rankin, Hill, Quorum, Scott, Tate, Rodriguez, Court, Winter, Williams. Please add the president. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over general order second reading of bills until Tuesday, February 5th, 2019.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the second order's reading of bills will be laid over until Tuesday. Consideration of governor's appointments, consent. Will the clerk please read the appointments listed on the consent calendar?
Executive Director of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs and Adjutant General, effective immediately for term expiring, at the pleasure of the Governor, Major General Michael A. Loeb, Highlands Ranch, Colorado, appointed.
Majority Leader Fenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the confirmation of the appointment on the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar, including the Executive Director of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs and Adjutant General.
Is there any discussion? The motion is the adoption of the governor's appointments listed on the consent calendar. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 0 excused, the appointment on the consent calendar is confirmed. The following is confirmed. Executive Director of the Department of Military Affairs, Adjutant General, Major General Michael A. Lown. Committee reports.
January 29, 2019, the Committee on Transportation Energy has under consideration hearing the following appointments, organizing appointments in place of consent calendar confirmed. Executive Director of the Department of Transportation for term expiring at the pleasure of the Governor, Shoshana Miriam Liu of Denver, Colorado, to serve as Executive Director of the Colorado Department of Transportation, appointed January 30, 2019. Committee on Judiciary, after consideration of merits, committee records following. Senate Bill 30 be amended as follows. As so amended, be referred to Committee on Appropriations with a favorable recommendation.
Announcements. Senator Marble.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a reminder for everyone, Monday, 12 noon, room 271. There will be a documentary-type presentation, PowerPoint form, for us on safe injection sites. It will prove to be very interesting, and you will be able to make up your mind after seeing what is presented. Also, there will be some information regarding other safe injection sites around Canada. So I think it will be a full information type of afternoon, and we cannot have lunches. We were just told that even though we're legislators, we don't get lunches. Yeah, I know. So please be there anyway. Thanks.
Senator Court.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance Committee, let's convene at 9:30 for our upon adjournment meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a quick reminder to folks that tomorrow is Military Appreciation Day, so we will be coming here in the morning for morning business, then heading over for the joint session into the House. With that, Mr. President, I move that the Senate recess until 2 p.m. today.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the Senate will stand in a recess until 1400 today.